Hello everyone, I hope you're doing fine during the pandemic. It's been a long while since I posted a video. My job has been extremely draining during the COVID-19 pandemic, but now that my magic keyboard has been delivered, I shall use it to kickstart a series of videos. Why Apple never made a touchscreen MacBook is because it is ergonomically unnatural to type on the keyboard and poke the screen. The Trackpad is the most natural way of navigating without your hands leaving the typing position, and the Magic Keyboard is Apple's latest attempt in bridging the gap between a tablet and a computer. This is as far back as the case goes. It feels kind of awkward for me to have a case that does not open all the way, just incredibly weird on my muscle memory. Despite the limited angles, the Magic Keyboard covers all your media viewing and productive typing positions. Now, let's try out the typing on my favorite typing test. Feels very good. I'm very surprised that my results are so good with a high accuracy rate on my first attempt. The keys were not mushy at all. There's a nice stock sound to every stroke. The keys are backlit without bleeding. It feels very premium and certainly beats every previous keyboard folio or MacBooks with butterfly switches. Typing on your lap is possible now, but depending on how deep your sitting position is, you may require your palms to stay on the keyboard to prevent the top-heavy iPad from toppling. Typing on the couch? Good, very good. Typing in my gaming chair? Bad. My knees have to be locked together like a dainty maiden to support the whole setup, which isn't the most comfortable position for me. One good point of using the Magic Keyboard to type is that it remains cool and safe, whereas my MacBook Pro will heat up every now and then, posing danger to my family jewels. The build quality is very premium, very hefty, extremely rigid. The rigidity is good in the way that it supports the iPad in the floating position without wobble, but it is bad in a way that I feel restricted. What you see now is the Magic Keyboard's final form. I would probably call this the Magic Stand rather than the Magic Keyboard. Cosmetically, the Magic Keyboard is very professional and sleek looking, and will definitely capture the attention of everyone in the Starbucks cafe where you are working. The rest of the case is made of the same polyurethane material, same as the Smart Folio and the Smart Keyboard Folio. I don't think it is water resistant now, unlike the previous Smart Keyboard Folio where the keys are completely encased in the fabric. You can now charge your iPad Pro through the Magic Keyboard while freeing up the original USB-C port for other accessories. Previously, you will need a dongle with power pass-through. The problem with dongles is that they heat up easily and sometimes you get a warning that they are powering too many devices through the dongle. The floating design looks impressive, like a mini iMac. The screen is now elevated and definitely feels a lot more immersive than before. Watching Netflix and YouTube is also more enjoyable now as I place the setup on my bedside table. I can easily adjust the angles and use the trackpad to navigate rather than having to reach out to poke the screen. Among the 3 cases made by Apple, the Magic Keyboard takes up the most desk space. Sometimes you only require a kickstand for propping your iPad up, and the Magic Keyboard kinds of wastes the entire space in front of the iPad for just this simple purpose. The Magic Keyboard is difficult to open when it is closed lying flat on the desk. Again, this could be my muscle memory at fault, because when opening laptops, the top lid is usually the thinner piece while the base is the thicker and heavier piece. In order to open the Magic Keyboard, you have to slip your nails underneath and try to get some leverage to lift the heavy top up. The trackpad is small compared to the standalone Magic Trackpad or the ones found on MacBooks, but I've never once felt that the experience was compromised. It still feels incredibly smooth and the gestures have made the iPad even more enjoyable. You can feel that it is a true mechanical click rather than the force touch ones where we feel a haptic feedback. I usually prefer the force touch ones just because I assume that they will last longer. Remember the home buttons of the iPhone 4? To use the iPad Pro in regular tablet mode, you just have to remove the iPad and use it naked. There's no way you can fold the case back like the Smart Folio or the Smart Keyboard Folio. Most netizens just invert the entire setup and use it this way with a windshield in front. It is not the most elegant solution, but it doubles as a face mask during the pandemic. As for the weight, it is extremely hefty and bulky, and the entire setup now feels like my 13-inch MacBook Pro. In a way, it is the deal breaker for me, as I like to turn to my iPad for a lighter and a more mobile experience. Right now, I will not be able to fit this setup into my camera bag anymore. As for the price, the 11-inch Magic Keyboard costs you about $299, while the 12.9-inch Magic Keyboard sets you back at $349. This is almost 30% the cost of your iPad Pro. With this money, you can even get yourself an entry-level iPad, an Apple Watch, or even the AirPods Pro. With that, let us discuss if the Magic Keyboard is worth the price and who should be getting one. Personally, I feel that the Magic Keyboard has indeed breathed new life into the iPad, and the new experience is fresh and wonderful. The typing and the trackpad experience is also the best of all the native iPad cases. That being said, the fact that the iPad is my most used device is because it is a tablet and not a laptop nor a desktop. I own a MacBook and an iMac, but I keep gravitating towards the iPad just because it is a more fun and casual handheld experience. I've completely stopped editing photos on my Mac and switched to editing on the iPad while lying in bed. I've always preached about the 80-20 rule. How often do you type on the iPad? For me, the answer is rarely. Thus, I shouldn't be slapping on a heavy keyboard case on it, compromising its portability 80% of the time. Furthermore, when I am in the field with my camera gear and all, I want to be able to just open up and use my iPad, rather than having to dismantle the iPad from the Magic Keyboard or worrying about damaging this premium luxury accessory. However, if you foresee you'll be doing extensive typing on the iPad Pro, this is a no-brainer all-in-one solution which is beautiful, enjoyable and productive. And if you disregard the keyboard to iPad price ratio, the total price package is actually still reasonable for a computing device, and it is actually not too far off from the Microsoft Surface lineup. My final verdict is that the Magic Keyboard sucks as a case because of its weight and rigidity. On the other hand, it excels as a stand and definitely lives up to its name as a magical keyboard. To buy or not to buy depends entirely on which benefits you value more. And thank you for watching this video. Please post your questions on the comment section and I will try my best to help you. If my video was helpful, please help me by clicking on the subscribe button. Stay safe and stay healthy everyone. Bye bye.